Uh, Quite a few years back, I got a letter from an aunt, and she referred to my mother and said, "She pounds Clinton, but I think that's a diversion. She's not happy in that little trailer. What she needs is a house." Okay, eventually they did move. My parents did move from the trailer to a house. But I really think there's a lesson in there. A lot of times, expressing anger at a group or a public figure may be a diversion for, a sense of helplessness in one's own life. My mother tended to be angry at men, at women's libbers, at people called queers, at racial minorities. The N word was not a taboo word in my house. And although one thing about that, as far as black people, she would go on and off about that because a lot of black people are well known as Christian ministers. And so sometimes she would be, in that sense, she would be pro-black because they were Christian ministers. But I do think that a lot of her anger, a lot of the fury that she would express against groups was actually out of a sense of helplessness about being able to manipulate her own life. I think other people do that as well. I don't think that's unique to my late mother. I think one thing about, I used to contribute to this blog devoted to men's issues. And one of the problems I had with that blog was that they focused so obsessively on feminism. And the fact is that focusing on that can actually be a diversion from actually addressing men's issues because of the fact that a lot of things, bad things that men are prone to, for example, the fact that they're the majority of the incarcerated, the executed, the homeless, predates any feminist movement. Okay, so therefore it's very hard to blame feminism for something that existed hundreds of years before it even came into existence. One of the problems, though, so one of the reasons I'm handicapped is that my mother's angers were shoved inside of me. When she would get angry at something, it would automatically cause me to go off when I was a child, and it led to my handicap, or contributed to my handicap. It wasn't the only factor. But I just wanted to put that out there, that I do think that anger, particularly expressed against groups, and the groups could be men or women. The groups could be, gay people. In some cases of some black people, it could be white people. But a lot of times that anger is actually displaced. It actually is a kind of displaced aggression because the person just isn't able to successfully manipulate their own environment. I just wanted to put that out there. And I also want to say that I do think children are very harmed when their mothers or other caregivers, fathers, whoever, expresses a lot of anger around them. The child will pick up on that and feel like they're, and it'll kind of go into the child. I often felt, because of my mother's tendency to talk about traumas, a central trauma of her life, that I was actually trying to live my life and live her life mentally at the same time. I was basically living two lives. I was enduring my mother's traumas, or her past traumas even, and at the same time enduring my own traumas. And so I felt like I was kind of split in half. But anyway, okay, I hope you enjoyed those observations. Bye.